Antikythera, the custom engine used for the No Frauds Club's 2D titles, has received some significant updates since our last video in early February 2022. These changes include an update to Fog of War, an initial version of our GameState API, and a change in our networking protocol from TCP to UDP. A smaller, but still exciting change comes in the form of beams. These are a weapon type we've long desired in our work, so finally having them functioning in our own engine is quite gratifying. In much the same vein, one of our team members has begun work on environment art. While the vast majority of the art assets are still indeed placeholder, it's important to stress how exciting it is to see completely original art take form. These early renditions are very good for team morale, as we have long gazed upon tiles taken from other games. Imagine how pumped we'll be when the unit graphics follow suit. The inventory and shop UI haven't changed much since our last update, but the items you buy and equip are now widely operational. Some more involved behaviors have yet to be programmed, but the framework for handling passive and active abilities is up and running. This GameState API allows us to approach the programming of just about every unit-centric behavior in the same way as we might approach data entry for a unit, which has the perks of being very flexible and easy to understand. The next incarnation of the API will be decoupled from the core Antikythera project, support hot loading, and allow for more than one data package to be loaded. This means that end users will be able to create their own units, items, and so on, without worrying about overwriting or conflicting with the default game state. You can think of this as comparable to modding in other games, though it's all fully supported by the in-house tools. The API can technically work with any language that can compile into a DLL file, but we're sticking to C++ until the JAI port is finished, for consistency and performance. Our Fog of War transitions have significantly improved, becoming very visually smooth and less resource-intensive to simulate, though we still have to handle fog when addressing tiles with different height levels. Our networking overhaul is fresh out of the oven, sporting much more stability than it had before. Neither of these systems are necessarily final, but they are functional, and push us that much closer to being able to build a proper product. We still have yet to make inroads on the pathfinding update. Flow fields have been in for a good while, but A-star hierarchical pathfinding is in many ways another system entirely. It will indeed be a focus of the month of March, so stay tuned for updates regarding that. The port to JAI is similarly stagnant, but this is very much intentional, as we are still vetting the state of the language. It has been receiving regular updates, and we are very much on board with the mission statement of the project, so we look forward to making that move when the time is right. Our plans to release a game before the end of 2022 have not changed, and we're taking a big step towards making that happen very early on in the month of March. We'll be submitting an application to Indie Fund, a funding source created by and for independent developers, with the aim of covering our living expenses for a full calendar year. Should this be approved, we'll be able to not just release a game on schedule, but also provide at least 3 months of post-launch support, with no chance of running out of money, regardless of how well the launch goes. In line with the goals discussed in our monetization design pillar, we will publicize as much information about our arrangement with Indie Fund as is permitted. Fingers crossed. And that's it for updates. If you want more information, you can visit our Discord server and website, and you can sometimes catch live development streams where team members demonstrate general progress in a less formal setting. Another set of streams you can expect in the month of March will come in the form of Fraud Nights, an expertly branded series of game nights that we expect to occur at least once every week. More details will come soon, and we hope to see you then.